Hi, everybody, and welcome to our social media preview of the first weekend of TV 46 coverage of high school basketball. And look who's back.
Hey, good to be back, partner.
It's nice to have you. The Hall of Famer Bob Nagle joins me to go over the weekend of high school boys basketball. We'll start down in Stark County, where Knox takes on Tippecanoe Valley. You know, the Vikings coming in at 1-1. We saw them a little bit last year. Chad Patrick's team, though, a little bit different look. They've still got point guard Tanner Trapiti, though.
Yeah, and Trapiti's done a nice job. You know, we're going to be talking the first couple of weeks about the transition from football to basketball, and takes time sometimes to get up to speed. But Trapiti was the quarterback for the football team, had himself a nice season, and he's a proven player, a good quarterback on the basketball floor.
And they've got freshman Paul Leisure, who scored 20 points in their win over Argus on Tuesday night. The Dragons ranked number 9 in 1A. Now, Knox beat Morgan Township 59-55 in its season opener. They've got sophomore Cole McIntyre kind of leading that offense, but it should be interesting to see how those two teams battle on Friday night. Down at the Tiger Den, they finally get to play their home opener. Doug Ogle's team opened with a couple of road games and picked up wins over Tippecanoe Valley and Columbia City. Now Homestead, coached by Chris Johnson, the better-looking brother probably, of St. Joe High School basketball coach Mark Johnson comes in. And for Warsaw, it's going to be round up the usual suspects, guys like Wyatt Amos and Blake Marsh and Jalen Kuhn have the Tigers off to a good start.
Those are familiar names in the Warsaw program, and I think Kuhn's going to have himself a good year. The thing is, Warsaw is going to be very complacent to score 48 to 50 points a game. It's what they do. They're very patient. They don't beat themselves. They don't turn the ball over. And it'll be a good test at home, and I know the crowd will show up. It'll be a good night at Warsaw.
Both Warsaw and Homestead play very good defense. Homestead held Huntington North to just 27 in the season opener. And Homestead's got a kid by the name of Luke Good who scored 16 in that one. So something for the Tigers and Doug Ogle to keep an eye on. Mishawaka, Ron Heklinski finally gets to see his team on the court against some opposition. They had to delay the start of basketball season because of their football success. That's the good news for Ron. The bad news is they have to go see a Goshen team that's undefeated already this year at 2-0. I saw Michael Wolford's team play the other night. I was impressed the way they came back against Elkhart Central.
They love to shoot the three, don't they? And they are very successful doing that. Mishawaka's going to have to get out on the perimeter. Defense might be important, more important for the Cavemen than really offense in this one. And Goshen 2-0, boy, it's been a while since they've had 6 years since they've started 2-0. And I think it's exciting. It'd be great to have Goshen back as one of the good teams in the area.
For Mishawaka, though, you talk about, well, maybe they have to worry about defense. I think they do have to worry about where the offense is going to come from. They lose their top 2 scorers from last year. The birthday boy, happy birthday, Donovan Snyder. He's back. But where are the rest of the points going to come from? Meanwhile, you look at this Goshen team. Sophomore and freshman in the backcourt with Drew Hogan and Quinn Bechtel. Then they had Zach Barker really step up on Tuesday night. 2 dagger threes against Elkhart Central, 18 points. So that could be a fun one over in the Maple City. I'll tell you, they're going to have some fun on the west side, and they're going to get up and down the floor when LaPorte takes on Washington.
You think so?
Oh, my goodness. LaPorte trying to finish out the run of South Bend schools. They opened up with a loss to Riley, turned around, beat Clay. You can tell the Slicers really rely on the at-large brothers. Not at-large, but at-large. Right. It is Garrett and Grant. They've also got Carson Cross, who can score some points. Going against a Riley team that lost the opener to Lake Central. But boy, they've got some experience back.
Yeah, they do, and they have, you know, we were talking about Mishawaka, where they're going to get their points. We know Riley's going to get their points. The problem is, can
Washington,
can they play enough defense to make their point total be enough to win? And so I think one of the things we're going to see early in the season is some teams are going to struggle getting up to speed offensively, and the more defense you can throw in there, it's going to give you a better opportunity to win early.
Keep an eye on these names, Jylan Petty and DeMarcus Vaughn. Yeah, I know they've been around Washington for, it seems like, 6 years now, but they're finally seniors, and they'll give Ryan Varga's team some good leadership this year. You mentioned Riley. Riley taking on Northridge, and of course, Andre Owen's team beat LaPorte in Andre's coaching debut, 70-66. And they do have Blake Wesley back, who led the team in offense in that game, and they've added in Philip Robles to give him some support on offense.
Yeah, that's a good place to start with the Riley Wildcats. And again, I mentioned earlier about the defense, that if they can play defense like they should be able to, it's going to be a big factor for them. But this is a program that's had great success. Now, this is, what, 4 coaches in 4 years? And so that's always a tough way to go. But Andre Owens is very comfortable with this team and knows that the team. He's been involved in the coaching there. So I think Riley's going to have a good year. Lacking a little bit in size, but a lot of quickness there.
Meanwhile, they take on a Northridge team that has plenty of size down low with that guy, Alex Stauffer, and he can get the ball down on the post and make you pay for it. And then you go to the outside with Sam Smith. I mean, the Raiders had 13 threes in their season opening win against Elkhart Central and then nearly beat number 4 Westview, losing at the buzzer.
Well, and Sam Smith is one of those guys that can only shoot it when he wants to because he is an outstanding shooter from the outside. Gives them a nice combination inside and outside, and they won't be getting up and down the floor maybe as quick as some other teams, but I think you're going to see Sam Smith have a fantastic year, and Northridge has got another good team.
Could be one of the co-favorites in the NLC along with Warsaw. And then, of course, the game will be on Friday night. We'll go back to that arena you just saw. Beautiful Northside Gym in Elkhart. What better place to start season 31? Elkhart Memorial and Elkhart Central meeting for the 79th team. Darjon Lewis, Braxton Miller, they're back for Elkhart Memorial, and they look good on Tuesday night in a win over Elkhart Christian.
And that was a solid performance. He struggled a little bit early in the ball game and then really came on. But the nice thing for Kyle Sears is that he has basketball players. He has, a lot of schools are going to be waiting for that transition from football to basketball, but Kyle's got guys that are dedicated to basketball. He's done a really fine job there at Elkhart Memorial, and well, they're going to play Central, and they know each other, and some trophy's going to be retired.
The Longfellow Trophy, Cameron Daniels and the rest of the Blue Blazers trying to bring that back to One Blazer Boulevard. It's been gone for a little bit. Daniels gets some help from Luke Tyke. You see the celebration for Memorial for that 70-61 victory over Elkhart Central last year. So can Scott Seckel in his first year as Blue Blazer coach upend the Crimson Chargers of Elkhart Memorial? We're going to find out. We'll try to have the game on both YouTube and Facebook for you tomorrow night at 7:45. But of course, if you don't see it there, the best place to do it is from the comfort of your couch. Friday night at 11. Saturday morning at 9 on the 46th game of the week. For my Hall of Fame partner, Bob Nagle, it's Chuck Freeby. Thanks for joining us on social media.